Welcome, everybody, to the final episode of the Luke Pipala Show in 2024.
That gives me chills. The final episode.
I know. Real quick, everybody, please do us a favor. In the description, you are going to be able to financially support our show. So you can do 99 cents per month. You could do $4.99. I'm pretty sure there's an option where you could do $9.99. But all that's going to do is be able to support our show going forward, being able to make a better quality show for you, the viewer. So please click that link in the description. Also subscribe. Give this video, this episode a like, and go subscribe to Ryan Scheidmantel's YouTube channel as well.
He forgets it's even there. I check in on it every once in a while for the 4 videos that I have posted.
But guys, Scheid, something really big happened.
Dude, huge.
The right wing of the American right wing had a giant civil war on Twitter this past week, and we have to talk about it. So here we go. Let's start with the tweet first off that started it all. So this is a tweet from Vivek Ramaswamy. We like Vivek. I think he has a lot of interesting points. Made a video a while back saying how he's just a different politician.
Yeah. And like I said, I really do like Vivek. In this one, like I just kind of
this tweet's interesting.
This tweet is interesting, and I just want to preface it with I was kind of offended when he basically called Corey from Boy Meets World like the jock type. You know what I'm saying? Like,
which is like he's not
even close.
No, but anyway, let's read this. Okay, so from Vivek Ramaswamy, here is the controversial tweet.
Yeah.
The reason top tech companies often hire foreign-born and first-generation engineers over Native Americans, isn't because of an infinite American IQ deficit, a lazy and wrong explanation. A key part of it comes down to the C word, culture. Tough questions demand tough answers, and if we're really serious about fixing the problem, we have to confront the truth. Our American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long, at least since the 90s and likely longer. This is what he says. That doesn't start in college, it starts young. A culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ or the jock over the valedictorian will not produce the best engineers. A culture that venerates Corey from Boy Meets World or Zach and Slater over Screech and Saved by the Bell or Stefan over Steve Urkel in Family Matters will not produce the best engineers. Fact, he says, I know multiple sets of immigrant parents in the 90s who actively limited how much their kids could watch those TV shows precisely because they promoted mediocrity. And their kids went on to become wildly successful STEM graduates.
So, I mean, take that first bit, okay? He's not wrong.
It's not a bad point.
I see that.
It's not a bad point.
I understand that because, like they do put over the, like I said, Screech, smart, just awkward,
right?
You know, and same thing with Steve Urkel, smart, just super smart. Like that was his whole thing, was he's fucking smart.
Exactly.
And so you take and you twist that and you go, you know, oh, being smart's not cool. Here's the jock. Here's the cool one. You know, it makes sense. So going through so far, I understand the point.
And then he continues to go in. He goes, more movies like Whiplash, fewer reruns of Friends. More math tutoring, fewer sleepovers. More weekend science competitions, fewer Saturday morning cartoons. More books, less TV. More creating, less chilling. More extracurriculars, less hanging out at the mall.
Oh, for fuck.
And here he comes. So now this is the part where he took a lot of heat online. Most normal American parents look skeptically at those kinds of parents. More normal American kids view those kind of things with scorn. If you grow up aspiring to normalcy is what you will achieve. Now close your eyes and visualize which families you knew in the 90s or even now who raised their kids according to one model versus the other. Be brutally honest. Normalcy doesn't cut it in a hyper-competitive global market for technical talent. If we pretend like it does, we'll have our asses handed to us by China. Okay, this can be our Sputnik moment. We've awakened from slumber before, and we can do it again. Trump's election hopefully marks the beginning of a new golden era in America, but only enough our culture fully wakes up. A culture that once again prioritizes achievement over normalcy, excellence over mediocrity, nerdiness over conformity, hard work over laziness. That's the work that we have cut out for us. Rather than wallowing in victimhood and just wishing or legislating alternative hiring practices into existence, I'm confident we can do it. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there, but that's what he said. Okay, you can have whatever opinion on it you want. Nikki Haley, we're not even going to read Nikki Haley. So somebody like Sean Strickland, who I think he speaks for like normal America.
I think he speaks for the blue collar America.
Right. Here's what he says. Okay, so He quoted Vivek's tweet.
Yeah.
He said, "Billionaires are the problem. You put profits over people and patriotism. I'm not religious, but if there was ever a devil, he works through big business. Imported labor, devalued wages, hoard money, absolutely ruined the family unit for profit. Massive wage gaps. Parents work 20 hours a day and then say, go put your kids in science camp. You're so out of touch." This is what he's saying to Vivek. "You're so out of touch with the reality and struggles of what a family goes through, the level of manipulation and brainwashing that billionaires have infected this country with." He says, "Vivek, you're the problem." Okay, so there was that. So he said that to Vivek, okay? Then Elon Musk decides to weigh in to this whole debate that is unfolding on the right. And Elon just threw gasoline on the fire and just continued to make it a bigger thing. So Elon Musk... Elon Musk says, "The reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong is because of H-1B, which is the program that has the skilled immigrants come into America and gives them work visas." He then says, "Take a big step back and fuck yourself in the face," in all caps. "I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend." Okay, so
Jesus, Elon.
really using his freedom of speech there.
Yeah.
So then Charlie Kirk responds to Elon Musk and Vivek. This is a short clip, but we need to play it and we need to understand what Charlie Kirk is trying to convey here because I believe this is an interesting point. So here we go. This is Charlie Kirk responding to Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk on the issue of H-1B.
Violation of our social contract. And it sounds good. Let's just let more H-1B workers in. But what about the 23-year-old that went to University of Washington and studied computer science at the UW Computer Science Department? Shouldn't he be given preference above someone who could do the work for far less? It is about priorities, and it's not about what Charlie Kirk wants. It's not about what other people want out there. And I have friends on both sides of this debate. It's very simple. It's what the American people wanted. And the American people overwhelmingly voted for less immigration and the prioritization of the American children and the American worker, not the American oligarch.
So, okay, now there's the two sides. You have the America First people that just want our population, the people that already live here, to be elevated. And then you have the group of people that thinks, listen, like we should bring everybody together, but let's prioritize these high-skilled workers and bring them in. So, okay, an interesting debate. I kind of like both sides, but here's something that's very interesting, and there's a backdrop to this whole H-1B issue. So here we have the median pay of H-1B, which is the foreign skilled laborers, versus the median pay. So here we go. The only time where H-1B pay is more is two categories, right? I looked this up. Hardware engineer, where they make a little bit under $10,000 more than the median pay for a hardware engineer. And then we have a data scientist, which they make around $12,000 per year more than the median pay. The rest, H-1B, as you can see right here, folks, is much cheaper labor. Much cheaper labor. So the argument on the right against the H-1Bs coming in is that, well, Elon, Vivek, you guys are obviously, Vivek was the head of a corporation, which I don't want to get into how he made all his money because it's really unethical. But the point is, we look at Elon, for example, and Elon Musk claiming that Tesla, only like 1% of all their jobs are H-1Bs. As we can see here, we're not going to play the whole thing, but this is somebody scrolling through all of Tesla's H-1B jobs. And we're not going to play the whole thing, but guys, it goes for damn over 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk claimed that all of the entry-level positions are not H-1B, but as we can see, and we'll go through the list, some of these positions are like $70K a year, $72K a year.
And how much would that help a regular American family?
Well, Shide, I don't know. And that's the thing. That's the argument.
No, I mean, I do know. I mean, as someone who has constantly watched people struggle and make 30 to, I mean, even nowadays, I mean, even where we live
It's literally
in Ohio,
where we live.
dude, even where we live in Ohio, I mean, if you take a $50,000 salary from one person, like that's what I don't understand is, I mean, I think there's a lot of people that do not make anywhere close to 100 grand, but social media has ployed to think that everybody and their mother makes close to $100,000. I watched a video on X the other day, and it was like girls saying like, oh, how much their man should make. And everybody was 300,000, 200,000. And can I be honest with you? Unless you're famous, can I be honest with you? And I mean this in the realest way possible. Unless you're famous or you work for yourself, you bust your ass. Like, I just don't know what job position just you make $200,000 at.
Well, these women are stupid, first off.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
And obviously, I understand how to make that much money, and it's just insane to me that the average median American family, most likely, combined makes $150,000, $170,000 a year.
We'll be there one day with this show. But this here, this right here, this point is a slap in the face to the average working American family. Okay, so Laura Loomer pointed out that Elon Musk has hired the non-American citizens for entry-level roles at Tesla using the database that lists the salaries of the H-1B visa holders. So she said, you're telling me that $70,000 per year entry-level jobs are 0.1% level talent. Look at this, man. All of these are entry-level positions. Can we zoom in on this? I don't think we can. I'm not going to try. But, like, look at this. All these, if you see here, all $70,000 to, like, $90,000, all entry-level positions at Tesla, okay? So, I mean, here's the thing. I went over this point time and time again in my head, like, rehearsing for the show a little bit. My grandfather worked in the steel mills.
Correct.
He passed away from lung cancer before I was born, but there's an entire generation of people that built this country.
Absolutely.
We shit on the blue cities, we shit on the big cities, but the fact of the matter is they're great American cities going through a little hard period, a little rough patch right now. New York, Chicago, Boston. We continue to go down the line of all these wonderful cities that are tremendous landmarks in our country's history. And what happened was, how do I say this? Like, that sounds not racist. How do I make it? I'll just say, you go to Mumbai, you go to India. India looks like shit. All those people,
third world countries,
right? And that's what it's about. Basically, it's the country of India. That's what they're focused on. You see Mumbai, you see all these cities in India. They all look like shit on the internet. They're eating shit off the sidewalk and selling it to you. Okay?
I mean,
if you import the third world, you will become the third world. You look at New York and you look at cities that have buildings and have all of this beautiful architecture that people like my grandfather contributed to, and I take pride in that. I take a lot of pride in that.
Absolutely.
And it's beautiful. Why would you want to import more of that here? That's the argument for the America First side.
Right.
It is a slap in the face. And Elon and Vivek say, well, we don't have enough people. We don't have enough skilled engineers. But schooling in this country has gone tremendously downhill. If you're supposed to be the government, the Department of Government Efficiency, why can't you make the schooling more efficient? Why can't, instead of contracting all of these different businesses that you have, Elon, with China, why? Because that's real. That's what he has. That's what he's doing. Why can't you put more emphasis on people that work here?
Yeah.
And I don't think that we should like alienate ourselves if you're on the right, you shouldn't alienate yourself from Elon and Vivek's side.
Absolutely.
This is a discourse. It's a discussion. It's where an idea will emerge.
And I think that's I heard Charlie Kirk say it best listening to his show, but it was basically along the lines of, and we've said it on here, the immigrants that built this country are nowhere near the same immigrants that are coming over now or trying to come over now. When the immigrants came over to build this country, places like New York and California and, you know, the big cities like Chicago, anything in Florida, Texas, all those things, they weren't there. Yeah. They weren't here yet. So this whole country was all about opportunity. Well, now this whole country is just giving handouts. Those people that came over from Ellis Island came over in a boat, dropped off. They're here where they were going. Now they're here legally, and they have to figure shit out. They have to figure out where to stay, where to get a home, what to do for a job. And the immigrants that are coming over now are just getting their hands held because America is set in stone. America is where you want to go for, yeah, there's great opportunity here, but it's because we're already here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, the difference is those people back in 50, 60,
like they weren't getting handed phones and Nike shoes
but the
bus
thing is,
full.
Shai, these people now, the H-1Bs, not to cut you off, I don't think I was cutting you off.
No.
But these H-1Bs now, these foreign skilled workers.
So just to preface, I don't want it to sound like I'm just going off on
No,
H-1Bs. Like they're, the issue, because I'd imagine if you're working for Tesla, under H-1B, you are here to, have a life and stuff like that.
I think they're making this country better.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly. 100%. But I'm also on the side of what Charlie just said, which was, let's take a step back here, and instead of, and like you just said, if you're in charge of Doge, and this is your entire, this is what Trump brought you in to do, instead of sitting here and saying that our culture is, pretty much garbage from the television that we watch or whatever, which, Vivek, I'm imagining you would have had to have watched these television shows to be speaking on the matter.
Yeah, also,
so
if
it might not have anything to do with, it probably has something to do with how much TV you watch or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, we elected Trump for America first, and it doesn't feel very America first when you are putting jobs in non-Americans' hands that are a very decent salary, and also on top of a decent salary, you're also then going to gyp an American family out of that, whereas it's all fucked up, Luke.
It's just crazy because here's the thing: Vivek wants to act. I don't even know what his point was.
And just sorry, not to cut you off, because I 100% did, but I just wanted to make this point, like. Obviously, we are Trump supporters, and we did vote for Donald J. Trump this past election. However, I don't think that we're going to sit here and just be completely biased and say that everything that everybody's doing is phenomenal, especially when it comes to, what Elon and Vivek are just now saying. Elon, it's being shown that you are hiring H-1Bs in your menial, like you said, top 1% or 0.1% talent.
But we literally just showed how he's hiring H-1B workers for the just basic positions.
Exactly.
You could have hired an American.
Exactly.
I don't like this part of the Trump administration. Especially because he ran on bringing jobs back here. It's just a little bit hypocritical in my opinion.
It is.
And also, too, Vivek wants to act like every single immigrant from India is successful, and every single person from India is successful. My brother in Christ, and I know you don't believe in Christianity, I know you believe in a weird religion, but my brother in Christ, take a look at India. It's one of the shithole countries. It's one of the, if all of these workers from India are so great, then why does the country suck? That's just my question.
Yeah.
Also, too, going back to it, the Polish, the Italian immigrants, who else? The Greek immigrants that came. Anybody that was a laborer back then, black people, just the people that built this country, the people that worked in the steel mills, right?
Right.
If you were, number one, an immigrant, you were coming over, like you said, on a boat, but you didn't have a job waiting for you.
No.
It was thought that you can go find a job. Now, with the H-1B program, these skilled workers, which they're very skilled, these engineers, they already have jobs lined up for them. They're literally being handpicked and put in these positions. These people back then, they had to go seek these things out. Once again,
and it wasn't a job, and it wasn't a cushy fucking job. Like, I don't even know what a Tesla worker does under H-1B. However, I will say that the people that fucking came over here, they didn't just get thrown in a cubicle. They were painters. They were fucking contractors, carpenters. I mean, everybody around here was doing something with their hands. They were doing some sort of skilled task.
They gave their lives, dude. I wasn't able to meet my grandfather because he had lung cancer from working in a steel mill.
Yeah.
Like, these people did everything for their family. Once again, they built this country, and it's not a specific race. It's not a specific ethnicity. My grandfather was Polish. I was just highlighting that example. But once again, Irish
What's
people.
What's a slur for Polish?
Polak, probably, or Polwop, probably.
Yeah, like
but
that.
Polish people, Italian people, once again, Greek people, Irish people, black people, Hispanic people, they built this country, and I just don't think it's fair to say that the average American now is lazy, because we're not lazy. We're not lazy.
There's a good percentage of us that are, but to lump us all in
the
is
core.
But here's the thing.
It's the politicians that have sold us out, though.
But here's the thing, Luke. Okay, let's look at them and let's be honest. And Vivek, we'll call you out. You cannot look at all Americans and call us lazy, just like we technically shouldn't look at the country of India and say
it's a shit. I mean, I see
it's
the
a shithole.
I see the videos online
and say it's a shithole, and all their people are shitholes. Obviously, some intelligence comes out of there.
I see the videos of them eating shit on Twitter, like legit
and it's not
shit
great. Yeah,
on the sidewalk.
It's not great.
Legit shit.
Right
on the sidewalk.
Right. It's not great. But I'm just gonna say, like, if you don't want us to call out, every Indian for just being shitty because they live in a shithole, then you can't call out our culture and say that. Okay, go ahead.
No.
You have another
go
point?
ahead.
No.
Also, too, Vivek and Elon are speaking on behalf of Silicon Valley. You can argue that Silicon Valley is the reason that we're perceived as being lazy because of the phones. They did it to us. Whether or not they knew about it or not, there's arguments about whether Zuckerberg knew that Facebook would become so addictive. There are a bunch of arguments, but these creepy people, these creepy tech bros in Silicon Valley, like, that's the reason they're supporting Trump. That's the only reason, is because the money is better. They're going to make more money under Trump. That's the only reason. People like Peter Thiel, for example, people talk about him. He was the guy that was responsible for J.D. Vance winning the Senate seat in Ohio. Okay. He put up like $10 million. That's why he won.
Really?
But it's crazy like that. And by the way, J.D., he campaigned on this. He's obviously from Kentucky. He's from that Ohio portion where, like, the poverty rate, especially for
his mom was a junkie.
Yeah, the poverty rate, especially for people that were white, is awful.
Right.
Like, they're worse off than anybody else in Appalachia. And it sucks because that's what he talked about. That's what he campaigned on with Trump. And so he hasn't really said anything about it, which is crazy. But I don't know. It's a good debate on the right. I don't think that you should have this like civil war, but I don't know, man. I'm on the side of the workers.
And that's
dude.
also the issue, because I think when we were arguing immigration and when we were voting on immigration, none of this information was out there. Nobody knew about H-1Bs and Tesla. And yeah, all you can say is that it's a little hypocritical. But at the end of the day, like, those probably aren't the people. When we're talking about mass deportations, and I know that that's a heavy topic, but I mean, you can't imagine that those people are just going to get then deported. I think people who are here, because I know we talked about it and they want to get rid of birthright citizenship, which I agree with as well. But I think there has to be a line. I mean, you can't just come in here with someone who has been established, and kick them out. I think that from now on, if you are a pregnant mother who comes across the border, has a baby here, that child is not an American citizen.
It's a dialogue to be had.
It's not a birthright citizen.
It's a dialogue to be had, definitely.
I mean, for sure. But like you said, I don't think that there's a necessity for this big, huge uproar, because we are still, the right is still very, let's, deport immigrants and let's do all this different stuff. And so I think we're still on the same page with, let's deport the fucking dude who lit that lady on the train on fire.
That's a whole nother thing.
Let's deport these criminals that are doing, awful shit. However, if there's some H-1Bs from India working from Tesla who are, good to society, adding things to society, that's the disconnect. And we need people that are doing good for society, and we don't need people lighting people on fire on fucking trains.
I think we can all agree on that. And once again, this is not a shot at Indian people. I know Indian people. We have clients that are Indian people. Very good people. Not a shot. No, it's not a shot. But when you talk about wanting to... When Vivek took a shot at the average American family, that pissed me off.
I mean,
because this dude believes in a religion that I personally think is very wacky. I mean, there's like elephant gods with tits. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And so you take shots at the average American.
Right.
You call us lazy, but look at the country. There's a reason you're coming here, and that's all. So. I mean, no shots at any Indian people that are watching. More a shot at Vivek for just being a hypocrite a little bit, personally.
I mean, from Elon and Vivek, it's very hypocritical through both of them. But
once again,
I mean, other than those two things, other than it just being hypocritical, I think we just need to calm down. We need to look at what is actually our main goals, and don't let this part this part that does have good arguments on both sides.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think that, listen, if we're America, we're supposed to be the melting pot. It's good to have the best people come here.
Absolutely.
I agree. But when you prioritize people overseas over people that live here that are still qualified, it just pisses me off.
Just to blatantly pay them less.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
blatantly pay
Yeah,
them
we
less.
literally just exposed it. That's why.
Right. And the shitty part is, too, is like for a company like Tesla, that is another issue that I have. So Elon, I mean, maybe I do have another bug, but it's like it's $12,000 you're saving to a company like Tesla, like $1 billion corporation like Tesla. It's 12,000 here, 2,000 here, 5,000 here, and it's just like, why not just pay that money? If we're so fucking American first, why not just pay that money to the Americans? And that's the argument on both sides.
Never put your stock in billionaires, dude. That's my thing. I
It's
like
hard.
I like Vivek, I like Elon, but this is the type of stuff where it's like, why are you
And
doing
that's Luke, I don't know one billionaire out there that became a billionaire without cutting corners somewhere. You have to.
Trump did too.
You have
Everybody
to.
did.
Absolutely, Trump did.
You want to know what pisses me off, though? I mean, I really don't want to talk about this in great detail. We have a lot of stuff going on after this in terms of like what we're going to talk about.
Yeah,
but
this is
Vivek
true.
literally made all his money off of a scam. That's the thing. When you research it, and we're not going to talk about it much, but he literally he built up this pharma company that only had like 2 employees. It was like his mom and his brother or somebody else, maybe 3, and then he sold it and then it crashed. So it was he promised to make like an Alzheimer's drug, and it didn't work anyway. That's all. So I don't want to harp on that anymore. The right's having a civil war.
What an opening segment.
We'll see if it lasts.
Our opening segment lasted 30 minutes.
People on the left are really happy, so good for them. Anyway,
Yeah.
speaking of our country, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
A good country, but things are happening
Yeah.
in Canada, particularly in terms of their government. Justin Trudeau is not very popular right now. Yes, he is indeed somebody who I think personally
What do we
likes
used to call Tim Walz? Why am I forgetting?
confirmed gay man.
Confirmed gay man.
Confirmed gay man Justin Trudeau might be the 51st governor of the 51st state of Canada, possibly. So this all started back in early December. This is a clip from Fox News, and it's Peter Doocy talking about a meeting that Trump had with future governor of Canada, Justin Trudeau. So listen to this, guys.
And tonight we're getting some new details about that Trump-Trudeau dinner from
He
2
sounds so
people who
gay.
were at the table. We are told that when Trudeau
He's straight, though.
told
I know, I love
President-elect
Peter
Trump
Me too.
that new tariffs would kill the Canadian economy, Trump joked to him that if Canada can't survive without ripping off the U.S. to the tune of $100 billion a year, then maybe Canada should become the 51st state and Trudeau could become its governor.
Okay, so that was the whole thing. Okay, now
Yeah.
this evolved too. So you know Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. He's a Canadian, but listen to what he said about making Canada the 51st state. He said this on Fox News, I believe.
And
but
he is a Republican.
Yes, he is a Republican, but this is very interesting. So I want to play this for you guys. We'll see. Here we go. We're going to play this for you guys, and listen to what Kevin O'Leary says about making Canada the 51st state.
41 million Canadians, basically the population of California, sitting on the world's largest amounts of all resources, including the most important, energy and water. Canadians, over the holidays, the last 2 days, have been talking about this. They want to hear more. And so, you know, there's obviously a lot of issues, more details, but what this could be is the beginning of an economic union. Think about the power of combining the two economies, erasing the border between Canada and the United States, and putting all that resource up to the northern borders where China and Russia are knocking on the door. So secure that, give a common currency, figure out taxes across the board, get everything trading both ways, create a new, almost EU-like passport. I like this idea, and at least half of Canadians are interested. The problem is the government's collapsing in Canada right now. Nobody wants Trudeau to negotiate this deal. I don't want him doing it for me, so I'm going to go to Mar-a-Lago. I'll start the narrative. The 41 million Canadians, I think most of them would trust me on this deal.
Okay, so that's the argument. So we'll see what happens in the future, but I personally,
think? Yeah.
I'm on both sides. So number one, let me be this as like a say this is like a biased American.
You love the Niagara Falls.
Oh my gosh, I love the move. Okay, as a biased American, I love the move. Canada,
I know, I said
Canada
love
is
Niagara
such
Falls.
a Canada. No, Canada is such a wonderful country, dude. You've been there?
Yeah,
Dude,
I
I
was
love
young.
Canada. Everywhere, right from Toronto to Montreal to Quebec, it is an amazing city. Country. So beautiful, dude. So beautiful. The vast array of like different cultures you go around. Quebec. The coolest thing about Quebec is that they have like a French Quarter, but it's more than just a quarter. It's like the whole city is French is like arguably the first language there. Like there's people that don't speak English. The signs are French, everything because
That's pretty cool.
of like the history and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You have to like order through a translate. It's so crazy, but beautiful, dude. There's so much culture. And so the argument against it, in my opinion, would also be that, okay, if you become the 51st state, which I don't think that would be the good thing. They have like 12 provinces or thing. I think divide it up like that and then
Right.
give them electoral votes based off the population, whatever. But you take away the country's culture. You know, like America, we used to have a culture. We don't really have a culture at the moment.
Right. Right.
You take away their traditions. You completely erase everything. I don't think that it's good, personally, when it comes to that, because I think it's important to have a culture for your country. It's not a
Would you say that there's more family values in Canada than the U.S.?
no. I don't think so. I think the family values are still.
So what do you
instilled in our
think? What do you think
country.
Canada? What do you think Canada does better over the U.S.? That might be a hard.
I'm not.
I would say.
for the first time in
as
a-
good as.
For the
as
first
good
time
as.
in a long time, I'm going to say I don't know.
Really?
Now, on this podcast,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not informed on the topic.
Right.
I'm
not either. But
People
I
in the
just-
comments love to criticize me. Let me think. Ice fishing, actually.
Yeah.
They have to be good at ice fishing. Maple syrup. Have you had the maple syrup
I
over
have.
there? Tremendous.
I think Tim Horton started over there.
We went to Calgary when we were in Canada. We went to Calgary, and they poured this special maple syrup over ice, and then
Ooh.
it froze. They took it. It was like candy. It was so good, dude.
Ooh.
So good.
That sounds good as fuck.
They also have this. It's like a cheese dish that originated there. It's called poutine.
Right.
It's you dip the fries.
Yeah,
in it.
in like gravy.
So good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's good.
so good.
Yeah, it's good.
Come on.
It's good as fuck. I don't know if I love the move. I'm not a big guy. I'm not big on changes. I'm not big on big changes.
Well, like-
that's gonna take some getting used to. And then imagine just being able to drive up to Canada. Like just imagine being able to drive up to Canada
I know without any
without a passport, nothing.
Like, also too, here's the thing. I was talking to my grandpa about this on Friday, and he said, I don't know. He's talking. I'm like,
Right.
from his perspective. He goes, I don't know if I necessarily love it because, as a conservative, I don't like the idea of a one world government.
Right.
And that was another thing too. So that's a good point.
Exactly.
Because
And didn't Trump say something about bringing Mexico along with it?
he's talking about Greenland as well.
Yeah, so I mean, at some point now we're getting close, and now it's getting scary because Canada would be the first, and then what if Mexico happens?
As a
And then what
red-blooded
about-
American,
yeah,
when you go at it from that perspective, it's like, oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, we'll get Canada, we'll get Greenland,
we're the best country in the world. Yeah, and then you realize it's like, oh wait a minute, we're actually kind of getting close to a one world
Yeah,
government.
yeah.
We just need to buy a couple more plots of land, a
Yeah.
little out west, and then fucking yeah, dude, like it. I don't
like
really.
we would be like, oh fuck, if China wanted to say buy Japan,
Right.
and take care of that, and just
Exactly.
yeah, we'd be like, oh shit, they're
I
gonna
think
get
that's
Japan.
because most people just think Canada's a bunch of pussies because they look at Trudeau and like, we're fine. Keep your maple syrup. We got fucking nukes, you retards.
Dude, a lot of people in Trudeau's cabinet resigned.
Of course they did.
He sucks.
He was about to fucking resign at one
That
point.
the
It was
rumor.
so bad.
That was he sucks, dude. So I don't know. It's just interesting to think about because I don't think it's right here isn't a negative. I don't think it's ultimately a net good. Just my opinion, but I just don't know if it is. Okay,
and honestly, I think that I don't know how any American would sit here comfortably and say that and say yes, absolutely. And I'm talking, regular Americans.
Yeah.
Like we're regular Americans.
Yeah.
Because honestly, we don't know.
Exactly.
We don't know what happens after we do something like that. Is it really good? Do they rip us off, $100 billion or whatever the fuck Trump said? Like, is that an actual statistic? Or are we going to absorb them and then we're, still going to be stupid and send another
Exactly.
$3 billion to fucking Ukraine, do whatever? I don't know. I don't think that a lot of regular Americans are knowledgeable enough to say what happens next because it's never been seen before.
So, man, I don't know. We're gonna skip this one. This one isn't really that important. But I have a story for you. We're gonna kind of get back to our.
For me.
We're gonna get back to our roots here. On the Lou Pipala show. So this is a story. This is a story. This comes out of I don't actually know the state, but the great company of Walmart, folks, who does the most detailed background checks on their workers, is in the news today specifically because one of their employees, a Walmart driver, right here, let's get this ad out of the way.
An H-1B worker.
A Walmart driver was caught masturbating in a woman's driveway after delivering her groceries. Here we go. This is from the Post, and we love the Post because it's free.
Oh my God, he is an H-1B.
A Walmart delivery driver allegedly pleasured himself feet from the doorstep of the South Carolina woman whose groceries he just delivered. Both Walmart Incorporated and delivery driver Alvin Ortiz are named in a newly filed lawsuit seeking unspecified damages for recklessness and negligence. Online records accused by accessed by the Post confirmed the suit was filed December 19th in Horry County. I thought it was
more like Horny County.
I
read that. I was waiting for you to say it.
It is alleged that Ortiz, 29, dropped groceries off at the woman's front door just after 9 a.m. on July 8th. He was cranking one out that early. Look at this face, folks. This is This is a face of not knowing the age of consent. Look at this face.
Oh my God.
Anyway, continuing on, he then returned to his car, which he'd parked in the victim's driveway, the suit said. But Ortiz didn't rush off to his next delivery.
He sat in the car for 10 to 15 minutes. He was tugging his pud.
He allegedly sat in the car for 10 to 15.
Oh my God.
When the woman went to check on him, she saw Ortiz had his pants down and he was going to town. The woman then ran back into her home and grabbed her young child and brought him out there to see what a hog he had. No, I'm just kidding. The suit claimed they found a hiding spot and called a neighbor who walked up to the car and caught Ortiz continuing to pleasure himself.
Bro, dude didn't stop. Oh my God.
The neighbor got into a verbal altercation with Ortiz, who drove off before long, screaming violent threats from his car's window. Ortiz was arrested for indecent exposure the following day, July 9th. The case is still pending before a judge.
Okay.
Holy hell.
All right. Don't know if he's here legally or not. Even if he is, deport him. Get him the fuck out of here.
I don't know,
like,
dude.
that's what we're talking.
Vivek loves him.
Yeah, Vivek loves him. That dude didn't watch a Lick a Boy Meets World, and he is smart. Beating off in fucking driveways.
What about that guy, Vivek?
What the fuck was that?
I bet he had immigrant parents. What's going on?
What groceries did he drop off that he got so horny? Or what did he see? What did he see?
Okay, hold on. Let me think about it. Let me think about this 1 second. There's one fruit that, like, what is it? What's it called?
Fruit?
Yeah, fruit. What's it called? What's a sexual fruit?
I don't know.
Aren't there like fruits that are like kind of sexual?
I mean, yeah, but I think it's in the way that you eat them, not in
no,
you fuck them.
The way it looks.
The
way you like hold it.
A banana.
No, I'm talking about like a female sexual.
Like a pleasurable one?
Hold on.
Like a pomegranate? I don't know.
Sexual fruit. We're going to Google this here.
Like
no,
a
not sexual fruiting bodies of fungi. Why was
Ew.
that? Why was that something? Just
Ew.
sexual fruit space. Why was that recommended? Okay, we can't stop looking at these extremely sexual. Is this going to be porn?
No, it's going to be sexual photos of fruit.
Oh.
So that's what I was going to say. Like, I don't think there's... Jesus Christ, can we even show this? Oh, God.
We're not showing this.
Can we even show this?
All right. Well, there's like pictures of sex.
People are fingering fucking fruit, man.
We're not putting that up.
No.
But like,
holy shit.
There's a couple fruits that like, you look at them and it's like, huh.
I always thought it was like, oh, like strawberries could be sexy.
Or like
the
a
way
peach.
you eat a strawberry.
A peach is like a sexual fruit.
But are you thinking of the emoji?
Yes.
Peach.
Well,
that's
and
why.
then
Because
looking at
if
a peach.
look at a peach. Are you gonna rub its fucking hairs
No,
on your fucking dog?
Well, that's
not sexual.
The hairs. It's kind of sexual.
You want to fuck a peach?
No, I don't want to fuck a peach. I'm just saying, like, looking at a peach, it's just sitting there.
I mean, anything can be sexual if
it's
you
kinda,
shove it up your ass.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm saying like you just look at the fruit and like it appears to like look at you back. It's kind of sexual. It's kind of
I'm racking my brain,
a
dude.
peach is kind. Okay, grapes. You're telling me grapes aren't sexual a little bit?
I mean, yeah, in the way that you eat them,
no, in the way that they're presented.
they're just hanging on a vine.
Exactly. They're hanging and they're just spread out.
Yeah, but there's like
spread out there.
So you look at grapes and just go, those are testicles.
I could.
So that means, yeah. So I think there's really
What
only
else is
fruit
a-
that I think about that are male genitalia.
What else?
Like
is
you
a
want to sit
sexual
on
fruit?
cucumbers, that's fine. But
I never said that. Hold on. List of fruits. Okay, fruits, and then we'll go list.
Okay.
This is what we're spending our time on here. How about
slate
that?
is wiped clean.
The slate is wiped clean.
The slate is gone.
All right, hold on. You want to tell me right now? Oh, come on,
No,
dude.
there's another.
What's
there was
this
78 pictures of
one?
fruit.
What's this?
There's another one.
How do I
Scroll down.
zoom in here?
Scroll down.
78 types of
yes.
fruits. Okay, we're not gonna put this up here until we
So
find
it's if
a
you
real
cut them in
sexual
half. What's
fruit.
that one right there? Go back
one?
two. Go back to your right two. No. I'm talking over here. On the actual fucking picture that we're
Okay,
looking at.
right here on the right.
Yes. Go up
Up.
and to the left one. What is that?
This is a papaya.
I'd fuck a papaya.
You would fuck a papaya?
I don't know.
That's good. What's this one? Right, where is it?
Kiwi looks not bad.
This one looks kind of hot.
What is that?
Yeah,
Can we zoom in?
let me do that. No, it's not zooming.
Well, can you click? Oh, can you open whatever? Because I think it's just Adobe stock,
Let's see.
so you should be able to.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're
Okay,
talking.
here we go.
Okay.
We're looking at all the 78 types of fruits, and we'll put this up for you guys because why not? You guys should be able to see what we're looking at in great detail because this is the life-changing content that I've decided to talk about here. Now, look at the papaya. This is a little bit sexual, okay? Shide said that, not me.
What's a durian? I'd fuck a durian.
durian.
Yeah, go up 3 or up 2.
Oh, my. Okay, this one right here.
Yeah?
This is kind of sexual.
Yeah,
This is
okay.
kind of sexual. What else do we have over here? Okay, the pink lady.
Chico
apple.
fruit? I'd just fuck it based on its name.
Okay, once again,
Peach.
a peach. Okay,
Yeah, but that's the
Come
issue,
on,
though.
come
Come on.
on.
Peaches don't look like that.
That's pretty sexual.
Peaches don't fucking look like
That
that.
is pretty sexual.
Yeah, it's a full pussy, but
That
peaches
is
don't look like that.
Very sexual. This peach right here. I don't want to zoom in because I don't want to get community guidelines.
I mean,
but
yeah.
look at that.
Wouldn't
That
want to
is-
start jerking off in a lady's driveway after dropping her groceries off.
So basically, this guy, this immigrant man, maybe he's not. Maybe he's imagine how racist I sound.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I already said though, deport him no matter what.
Maybe he's a naturalized citizen. but
Maybe this poor lady just had a papaya and he got so fucking horny.
all I'm gonna say is, if he was handling the peaches, I think he should be exonerated.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So yeah, folks, that took us in a place that I didn't think we were going to go, but we're gonna
I said
skip.
we wrap it up with. No, I want to go up to that.
You want to do it?
I think we might as well touch on him because we love
Okay.
him.
All right.
Friend
Yeah.
of the show.
Jay-Z.
Well,
Folks,
he's not a friend of the show. But
Well,
his
I
friend
mean,
is. His friend is.
Yeah, his friend is. Not personally, but we love to talk about him for the content. Jay-Z. Can I say his nickname? Am I allowed to say the nickname? Is that racist if I say it?
No.
I think it might. Anyway, well, because thinking Thing Boo.
Nah, you're fine.
Nah, I'm not
Say
gonna say.
it.
I'm not gonna say it. So, folks, Jay-Z, you thought that his sexual assault trial with Diddy was over because there were holes in the accusations, whole case. Well, from the Daily Mail, it looks like it's going to be a little harder for Jay-Z than he previously thought. Okay, so judge explodes at Jay-Z in child sexual assault case. I really don't want to say the word. And rules against the rapper after relentless courtroom plot. Here we go. Let's close this ad out because I don't want you guys to see that. Okay. Jay-Z faced a scathing rebuke for wasting court resources in his fight against a woman who accused him of sexually assaulting her when she was 13. The music mogul, whose real name is Sean Carter, has made several attempts through his lawyer Alex Spiro to quash the case or force the woman to be publicly identified. But on Thursday, Judge Annalisa Torres sided with the accuser, granting the woman anonymity for the next stage of proceedings and slamming Spiro in the process. It is kind of messed up that he wanted this lady's identity to be revealed.
Yeah.
And they were pushing for it so long, but continuing on here, the woman referred to as Jane Doe alleges Carter, along with disgraced rapper Sean Diddy Combs, drugged and sexually assaulted her when she was 13 at an after party for the 2000 MTV Video Music Award in New York City. Carter has vehemently denied the claims, calling them baseless. In a 5-page filing released on Thursday, Judge Torres condemned Spiro's aggressive legal maneuvers, describing them as combative, and filed inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks. She accused Carter's attorney of attempting to fast-track the judicial process by reportedly filing motions to reveal the identity of Jane Doe and dismiss the case. Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client, Torres stated firmly. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. Very interesting. So what do we think about that?
I think that if I were Jay-Z and I were innocent, I understand his side of things, wanting to release that lady.
Of course.
Wanting to release that lady's information, just because it has become an issue where, you know, too many people are speaking out, yada yada yada. So I get the side of releasing the name. That's disgusting, though.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he's not just going to get a cakewalk. I really am, because I would hate for him to get a cakewalk and there actually be a case to be made against it.
Yeah, in this country, you're still innocent until proven guilty, although allegations often hurt people, especially a prominent person like him. But, I mean, if this lady really is a victim, then that's really shitty if you're trying to go after... If he really is guilty, that's really shitty if you're trying to...
And it's like one more thing that he wants to do. Like, it's almost like a power move. And it's really... It's also... Honestly, I'm very surprised that this whole thing was going on. And yes, there's just allegations and whatever... But
also,
did you see Beyonce's halftime show?
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. We don't have time for that. But that's a whole nother thing, dude. Like, even if you are innocent, then why aggressively go after? I mean, I understand you're trying to defend your name and you want to crush somebody that's trying to crush you.
For sure.
But, I mean, the judge even said, like, it's predatory.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And so it's kind of disgusting. I think he's probably innocent here because I've seen the holes poked in the allegations a little bit. Yeah. But nevertheless, everybody deserves a fair trial. So we'll see what happens, dude. But it's really weird. Anyway,
yeah, absolutely.
I have something planned here. We're going to recap 2024. We're not even going to talk about Brett Cooper leaving the Daily Wire because we don't have that much time. We got like
she'll
10-ish.
Be missed, though.
Yeah, she'll be missed. We got like 10-ish minutes, and we folks are now going to do a special thing. For our show, a 2024 recap of this past it's been a tremendous year.
Really has.
And so we're going to play a special song in the background, non-copyright, so we don't get in trouble.
For sure.
But we're just going to more so kind of like preach. So I'll start off and then we'll go back and forth.
Absolutely.
As we come to an end of 2024, we remember the good times, and damn it, there were many. First off, I wanna thank Drake and Kendrick Lamar for giving us a wonderful rap beef with about 9 songs, maybe it was 10. There's a lot of dispute over who won that rap battle. And I just want to say it took a lot out of me to defend Drake. But now it looks like he's won that rap battle. It was a big moment in 2024, and I just want to say thank you.
To Donald Trump for winning the presidential election in 2024 and giving us one of the hardest pictures ever taken in Butler County, Pennsylvania. Everything.
I have a controversial
That's
one
funny.
after you're done.
Okay.
Let me get back into
Obviously, this one's been held up by a Ryobi Charger.
Let me get back into character.
This is not a serious podcast. This is a comedy podcast. 2024. Luke Pipala and Ryan Scheid made up. They were in a long feuded beef, but now they sit as one on a table and on each other's laps. Oh my gosh. What a good year you were, 2024.
What a great year. And much more happened besides us getting back together. There's somebody else I would like to thank. To the Butler County gunman, thank you. You took a shot at the most popular, most controversial figure of all time in the past 100 years. And as a result, you nearly killed him. I remember where I
R.I.P.
was.
Firefighter Corey.
Yes, we have to do that as well. I was in Meyer with my fiance, and I said they tried to kill Trump. And she said, what? And I said, yes. To the shooter, because of you, you are the reason that Donald Trump got elected, so we thank you, sir. And thank you for being such a horrible shot. I would also like to thank the lady who stormed off of the airline saying that motherfucker is not real. She might have been on something. And we still don't know what she was referring to, but we want to say thank you anyway. To Sean Diddy Combs, thank you for giving us endless content and being able to continuously make videos off your name. You crazy motherfucker, you. What else happened?
To the bitches on the View.
Yes, go ahead.
To Whoopi Goldberg, you fat whale. To Ellen DeGeneres as well. I know you're not on The View, but fuck you stupid cunt. Oh, to Joy Behar, thank you for continuing your plastic surgery and your Botox, because I did not know that 102-year-old women could be still as fuckable as you are, Joy Behar. To Whoopi Goldberg, thank you. Do it.
Thank you, RFK, for providing us with a lot of material, and I would like to thank myself for finding out that I could do a great RFK impression. And to Whoopi Goldberg, I just want to say that Manjaro isn't a healthy way. It's gonna wreck your liver. It's gonna wreck your life. You need to start eating healthy and exercising. You fat, ugly bitch. We're gonna make America healthy again. I would actually like to say one more thing also.
You're so dumb for going on a health strike. Or a sex strike. She went on a sex strike. Oh!
I think I would like to thank Ben Shapiro. Thank you, Ben Shapiro, for showing us who you really are. An ally to Israel first over America. We can talk about how much we want Israel to defend itself, and yes, Israel should be able to defend itself. But I just don't think that we should put Israel ahead of America. I'll still listen to you. I'll always listen to you.
We still love you.
Yes. Yes, yeah, we actually do still love you. But it just makes you think, you know? It makes you think about who you're watching and who you're taking in. So on behalf of the both of us, we just want to wish you a happy new year when you watch this. And hopefully 2025 is even more crazy. And we're able to...
We have one more.
Oh, go ahead. Tell us.
To Matt Walsh.
Oh,
for putting out Am I Racist?
a great film.
A great film. An absolutely stupendous film that cuts down those psycho white bitches who hate white men. And to the transgenders,
Oh, boy.
be more like Matt Walsh. Try to figure out why we think you're weird. Thank you.
To Kamala Harris, also.
Oh, yeah.
To the worst political candidate for president in the history of my lifetime, I just wish that you fade away because nobody cares about you and you lost. Thank you.